Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Remember, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another AB Daily News with your hockey coach guru, Coach Frenchy. Today, episode number 250. What you're in the middle, coach, today. First of all, the Caufield contract. Finally, AB news update. But before we start, we invite you, please don't forget to click on the likes and subscribe to the Hockey Nation live show. And finally, leave me a comment about this episode and let's dive in talking about my first subject of the day. My first subject of the day, guys, is about the Caufield contract. What? Yes, I believe now the Montreal Canadiens have a better idea now what they can offer to Caufield. How? But first of all, I'm going to compare, guys, today three different players with Caufield. Today, Tage Thompson, 7 years at 7.1. Matt Boldy, 7 years at $7 million. And Dylan Carlson just signed a contract at 7 years for $7.1 million. Let's try to compare, guys, different things between a couple of players. First of all, control chance, Caufield is at 48.53%. Dylan Carlson is at 49.72. Matt Boldy is at 52.58. I want to bring you guys on my first graphic I have for you for the expected goal between players. First of all, Caufield compared to Matt Boldy and Dylan Carlson is the third between both of them. Again, expect goal again. This is not looking good for Caufield because he has really struggled on the defensive zone coverage. Just give you an idea, guys, this is really important to understand. Caufield can score, but unfortunately he cannot defend. And this is something could play a little bit, cost a couple of $100,000 to Caufield. My second graphic I want to mention, guys, is about the even strength impact. Here, Caufield, guys, he's on red. He's just behind Carlson and Boldy, a little bit more bigger in the middle. Then you can see X goal 4. Caufield again is behind. Definitely he struggled with his defensive zone coverage. And that's the reason why it's a little bit hard for him to justify to make a lot of more money with the number of goals he does, because on defensive compared to Dylan Carlson and Matt Boldy is a little bit behind. As 21% all the goals of the Montreal Canadiens before he got hurt. He's the only one for the Montreal Canadiens reached the mark of 20 goals this season with the HABS. He's the third, yes, you understood, the third player in NHL behind Connor McDavid and Mikko Rantanen for the percentage or goal for a specific team in NHL. He's not yet an elite because he struggles in defensive zone. Scorer get more money. Are you agree with me? Honestly, he's better at Matt Boldy and Dylan Carlson because he scored more goals compared to them. And that's the reason possibly he make more money. I want to finish with another graphic to justify the reason I'm talking about. The last graphic I want to talk about is the percentage of team goal I just talked about. Look about Caufield, McDavid, and then you see Rantanen compared to David Pastrnak, Jack Hughes, and Jason Robinson. Caufield is a number 3 in NHL. Finally, just like I mentioned to you guys, for me, my taking, when I compare Carlson, Thompson, Boldy, all three make $7 million. But Caufield is going to do more goal compared for all three I'm talking about. The Montreal Canadiens are going to sign Caufield a 7-8-year contract at $8.25 million for a total of $66 million for his contract with the Montreal Canadiens. This is a prediction, and if you compare the number, it's really where I believe is going finishing at the end of the day. Again, would be interesting to follow this story between Caufield's signature with the Montreal Canadiens. On February 10, I believe Montreal Canadiens are going to have an agreement with Caufield the next couple of weeks, a month, about $8 million for a longevity of 8 years for a total $64 to $66 million. Now, I would like to hear from you. Yes, you. You have to leave me a comment and tell me, what do you think about the Caufield contract? I'm right or I'm wrong? Or tell me a little bit more specific the amount of the contract for Caufield. This concludes, guys, my first subject of the day. Let's move on now, guys, for my second subject. My second subject of the guys is about the Montreal Canadiens news and update. Last night during my live streaming, I talked about Martin Saint-Louis 1 year later. I invite you and suggest you to watch this video from 9 o'clock to 10:30. I talk about Martin Saint-Louis, his performance behind the bench with Montreal Canadiens, what he was his first speech when he showed up with the Montreal Canadiens inside the locker room, and what is or who is Martin Saint-Louis at the end of the day as a head coach for the Montreal Canadiens. Now, what happened yesterday, Montreal Canadiens was back on the ice, and I want to give you a bit more injury update, what happening. The Montreal Canadiens mythical update. First of all, Joel Armia is day-to-day upper body. Skate on his own during the break and is this morning. Monahan and Edmondson were shut down during the break and resumed skating this morning with a staff member. Finally, the timetable to be reset for them in a couple of days. Now, the Montreal Canadiens call up from Laval, Rocket, Belzile, and Ireland is joined already the team and going possibly to play during the weekend against the New York Islanders and the Edmonton Oilers, and will be interesting if Jonathan Drouin are going to be a part of the roster or not. We know Drouin back on the practice with the Montreal Canadiens. So that's complete, guys, this subject. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the new update. And of course, we don't want to be sure Monahan and Edmondson could be ready because we expect them possible to be traded and Montreal could get something great in return. This complete, guys, all my subject I have on this episode 250. Here we go. It's done. It's over. Hopefully you enjoy it. Please, before we leave, we would like to invite you. Leave me a comment right away. Tell me what you think about my suggestion about Cole Caufield contract. And then finally, we talk about this fun update for the Montreal Canadiens. And remember, they're going to play this weekend. And yes, the Hockey Nation live show are going to do the play-by-play commentary. Till the next time, remember, you have greatness inside of you. And of course, I wish you an amazing, great, blessing day, everybody.